Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. Welcome to this new episode of Halal Menu Please. My name is Zain Mohammed. I hope you guys had a great holiday. Sorry for not being on for a while. I had to deal with some last minute cancellations before and after Thanksgiving break. Today I'm pleased to be joined by the man who owns the only Yemeni coffee shop in Houston that is locally run. As you may or may not know, Yemeni coffee shops have taken off in the US, and a lot of it are chains from companies that started out in Michigan. This place is called Mazajj Organic Coffee, and it's run by Mr. Haidar Al Ghouli. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, brother.
Thank you for coming out today. How are you?
Good, good. You're very welcome.
Alhamdulillah. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, originally from Yemen. I came here about like 13 years ago. I came as a student, started going to school, studied supply chain management. I graduated, and then I started working for UPS as a distribution lead. Then I changed to got a job with Amazon as an operation manager.
Hmm.
I worked for Amazon for about like 5 years. Then I decided to go to what I like, which is having my own business in the coffee industry. Since I started school, since I came here, I saw people like going crazy about the coffee, and they go to Starbucks and they go to these coffee shops. I knew we have a very good quality coffee. When I was with Amazon, the Yemeni coffee started popping up in America, and then I knew I have a very good quality. I can bring the best quality of coffee. Then I took the step and I opened my first location in Katy. And Alhamdulillah, it was a very good idea, very good move, and Alhamdulillah, been successful.
Alhamdulillah, that's great to hear. So where does love for coffee come from?
Well, it comes from growing up with coffee.
Hmm.
Yemen is the birthplace of the coffee.
Mm.
Yes, this is where the humanity knew about coffee was in Yemen. So the coffee basically started in Yemen, and in Yemen, coffee is everywhere. We grow up with coffee,
Mhm.
so it's mixed with our blood, I'd say. Yeah.
So basically, your love for coffee came with you from Yemen to the US and to our
Exactly.
college and stuff like that. So, at what point in when working for Amazon did you decide that hey, I need to open the coffee shop?
It started. It been in my head, but as a I'd say like immigrant who came here, you need to build up yourself.
Right,
I, as most people when they come here, I used to work in a gas station, 7 days a week and going to school.
right.
So I started building up myself. Graduated, had to save some money, and the financial side is the most important.
Hmm.
As I mentioned, I already had the experience, the quality, and all that stuff, but I needed to be ready financially. Once I was ready, I started my business.
So, did you know where to get the best quality Yemeni coffee from?
Of course,
Hmm.
that is something I know very well. Yeah, and
Interesting.
that's why I was confident, and I put all my in like all my energy to open the coffee shop, and I was dependent on Allah and on the quality, but alhamdulillah.
So, you wanted to open it over something like Mandi or a place that has like Mandi, Hanith, and all, because a lot of people here in Houston, they grew up in the Middle East. They grew up loving stuff like Mandi, Hanith, Ruz Bukhari, and all. So how come you did not want to offer that along with the coffee?
um I would be honest with you, I don't have a good experience with making food, but I know
Ah,
how to make the coffee. I have a very good good experience with the coffee. Food, I'm okay with it, but I'm not really perfect, so that's why I didn't go to the
did you make the
food.
coffee growing up as a kid in Yemen?
Yeah, Yeah,
Oh,
we had
nice.
coffee trees, and we used to like cut the coffee and dry it, and once it dries, and we would after it dries, we roast it. Like I seen the whole process for the trees when
Mm.
they're like plant until we roast the coffee until we drink it. So I loved it all.
So you would see that as a kid, or did your family have like a coffee making business, or was it just like a passion thing that seeing coffee being made, being interested?
We had trees of coffee in our or our like house, like in our like
Ah,
what's called like a little farm next
yeah,
to the house.
yeah.
So we had the trees for the coffee.
Mhm.
We had different kind of trees, but coffee was the main like trees over there. My dad used to plant them. So we, as I mentioned, we have the trees like right next to the window.
Mm.
Yes. So as I mentioned, I lived it all like with the coffee. Growing up with the coffee.
So now you said that when you were there, you had the knowledge, you had put faith in Allah, and you opened up Mazaj. Why did you choose Katy over somewhere like Sugarland or downtown area?
Uh, I really like the Katy area. It's very quiet.
Mhm.
It's a coffee mood. It's not it like especially that location is very quiet, very clean area, very clean like neighborhood. It's just gives you the mood for coffee. So I saw the opening a coffee over there, then I went for it.
So why did you? So sorry if I seem kind of redundant, but
Mm.
why did you decide to open your own instead of like getting a franchise or like Kava House or Kamaria or Haraz?
Well, as I mentioned, I have the quality, I
Yeah,
have the source, I
yeah,
can do it myself.
yeah.
So, and I have a very good quality. I would say like different. I
Oh,
would leave that for the customer, but I have very different quality. So I wanted it to try my own quality, my own like items. So I decided to go with my own brand.
and how was the reception to it when you first opened?
It was very good. I love the response from the community. It's amazing, and now it's growing more and more. A lot of people first when I open, people will come and tell me, "Hey, thank you so much for opening here. We're so happy that you opened here.
Ah,
Please stay in business." I was like, "Yes, that's why I opened the business to stay here." So yeah, it was very positive and very good.
that is great to hear. And what about the pastries?
Pastries. I started, we like the cakes and some of the pastries. My wife started making them.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
so my wife started making them, and now she has to get help. We have some um, other like people who help us. I'm in the process in the future, and I have to open my own kitchen so I can supply my shops, because now I have more than one, and
Yeah.
it's required a lot. So I have to have my own bakery so I can supply.
So the honeycomb, is that like a standard thing in Yemen?
It is one of
Hmm.
the popular items like in Yemen, like almost I would say a lot of people in Sana'a will have that plate, especially in Friday days, which is it's a holiday in
Yeah.
Yemen. So people will gather at the end after they finish lunch. They will eat it as at the end of like when they finish their lunch. So it's very popular in Yemen.
Hmm. And what about the chai? Is the chai as popular as the coffee, or?
It's very popular, just like the coffee, and that's why the Yemeni people have different kind of tea. The
Mm.
way they make like we make tea. So like the one with the milk, we call it the Adani. That started in Aden,
Ah,
but
yes.
it's in every house in Yemen.
Yeah.
So it's it's a very known in Yemen to have different kind of tea, and then we have the red tea, which is just like tea and the sugar and mint and some like various little spices, which is the cardamom.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to like Persian tea because when I go to Persian restaurants, I see like the red tea with the mint and stuff.
Exactly.
Mm.
And we have the black tea just with some spices that's like the cinnamon, cardamom, and The main thing is the cinnamon and cardamom with the black tea. It tastes really good. Some people at the shop they really like it.
Yeah. I also noticed you have a hot chocolate as well. How do you do that?
Our hot chocolate we add to a cinnamon.
Oh,
So I would say
interesting.
that's the thing, and it makes it taste really good. A lot of people they comment about the hot chocolate. They go like, "This is different. It's not like the regular." We add to our touches, and people love it.
Yeah, I had it and I was like, this is that I will say that it's the most unique hot chocolate I've ever had.
I remember when you visited me at the shop and you tried it, and you were like, "Hey, what is this? I never tried this."
But and the one thing I've noticed in trying all the different Adeni chai is the sugar content.
Hmm.
So, what is it like with when it's with the sugar content in a lot of the Yemeni places? Because a lot of them sometimes it's too sweet, sometimes it's too little sugar. So, what would you say is like the key?
The key is measurement. You have to put the exact amount of the sugar. I tried at my coffee shop to have the exact amount. It has to be the proper uh measurement for the sugar.
Hmm.
So it does not taste like too sweet. It does
Yeah.
not taste like it needs more sugar. So I just I keep the exact amount and train your employees to have it like to do it a certain way. The way you're gonna train them and how to add the sugar, and it'll be perfect.
And another thing I noticed in your shop that is not in other Yemeni shops is the savory food. So, what was the thought process into bringing savory food into Mazaj?
Um, I knew, as I mentioned, coffee. I've been with the coffee since I was a kid,
Yeah.
and in Yemen, people when they sit at night or sometimes in the afternoon, they always get tea and get some pastries like honeycomb, sabaya, and those Yemeni, I would say, um, like quick something they make it quick. So I wanted it to live that like yeah, like that style here. I
Hmm.
want people to try the lifestyle in Yemen, that how people drink it. So
Hmm.
I was thinking about the pastries, and it was very good that I thought about the pastries. People loves it. People love it that they come in and they have these pastries, and it makes sense. When you want to drink tea, sometimes a little hungry. You don't want to eat the whole meal, but you need some pastries to just take with the tea. And as I said, it was a very good idea.
So, what are your top selling savory stuff?
Have the spinach farro. It's
Hmm.
really good. The cheese bread and the za'atar bread. It's very is it like people love it. They
Is
order all
it
the time.
is it like the regular manaish or do you do
It
something
is.
different?
It is just the regular manaish, and but we add to it like some little touches, so it
Hmm.
makes it a little different. You always has to add touches to everything, so it has to stand out. When people try it, they know that this is not the regular thing we try. So it has some little touches we add to it.
So, one thing that I was very impressed was is you being on Fox 26
Yeah.
talking about your coffee. How did that happen?
Well, I had one of them. He came into the shop. I didn't know he's from Fox, but he was just telling me, "Hey, your quality is really good. Uh, we really like everything." He tried too many things. Then I got an email after that from them, and he was, "Hey, we're from Fox." I thought like just regular email, maybe like I didn't really read it all, and then I got a text message, and then I got a call. And it's like in 5 minutes, I was like, "What's going on?" Then I just answered, and they said, "Hey, we want to come in to your shop. We really like your content, and the quality is really good at your coffee shop. We want to visit it, and we want to know like a lot more about like your coffee shop." I was like, "Yeah, I'm more than happy to have you guys," and they came.
Wow, that's amazing, right? You
Yeah,
know, you the customer comes in and loves, and the next thing you know, you're on local TV.
yeah, it was a very good thing.
So they said they're coming, and then talk us through the process. Like what happened? What did they set up a time to come, or?
Well, that to be honest with you, having a Fox News to my coffee shop is it's something I would be proud of, and like be something really good to for my coffee shop and for my business. But when they called me, they said, "Hey, you want to come tomorrow?" They called me on Tuesday,
Uh huh.
but I wasn't available. I had like things to do, and I was like, "Hey, can we make it on Thursday?" They said, "How about Friday?" I was like, "Wait, that'll work." And Thursday, they reached out to me, said, like, "Hey, we're not gonna be able to make it, but we'll schedule another time."
Hmm.
I was like, that's fine. But I felt like maybe like they're not gonna come in. But they called at the end of the day on Friday. They called. Hey, like, hey, we will come on Monday. Monday gonna work for you? I was like, yeah, that will work. Then that's how they scheduled it.
And then they came in, and then they went on camera. Were you prepared to speak, or did you just have to?
I just that was my first live video I had like did. They came first when they came in. It was we opened at 8, so they came at 7. They said they were gonna come at 7,
Oh
so we
wow.
can put the camera and set up. They came at 7:30.
Uh huh.
So they came in, and I was there. So I was talking to the reporter and his team. So I was telling them about the Yemeni coffee. I was giving them different coffee to try before, because this is early in the morning.
Right.
So I figured they have to get some coffee and something to eat. So they started. They ate the honeycomb, the sausage, the spinach, and the za'atar, and I gave them some different kind of coffee: the Turkish, the mufawwar, the adani. They were surprised. They just like, hey, we never tried this before. This is really good. So they were. I can tell like they were really surprised that I have that quality. And then we started filming. It was supposed to be only one live video. So after we finish, they started like taking their stuff. They're about to leave, and they got another like four department. They said the social media department, and then another live. They wanted them to us to be in the show, so we had to record about like I think 4 or 3 videos after the first one.
Hmm.
So they came for one. They saw at the studio that they saw everything, and then other like department from the channel, they started like calling, hey, we need another video. And they told me like, hey, we never had this, like we go to film only one and everybody wanna another video or another live. So I was grateful that everybody loved it, even in the studio, and they were asking for more videos. That was very very good thing that I experienced.
Did a lot more customers come after?
Yes, yes. After that week we got crazy busy, like very busy. I didn't expect as I'm gonna get that wave from the customers.
Wow. And so was that what prompted you to opening your second location by the
I
Galleria?
was on the process. I was
Mm.
about to open the second location when they came in.
Mm.
After like 2 months, 3 months, I started thinking about the second location.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
So what made you pick that area?
for the second location,
Yeah.
I see a lot of people used to come to my shop. They came from this Houston area, and they go like, "We really like your coffee, but you're a little bit far. You're 30 minutes away. Why don't you come to? We always in the Houston area." Then I thought about it, so I proceed for it.
So was it easy getting that location
I was not.
or oh, interesting.
I was not. I would say something about the city of Houston regarding getting the plans approved. It takes a little bit time,
Hmm.
but I got through it. I had to be patient and just keep like tracking and um, communicating with the architect. Then I got it. It took a little bit. It took almost, I would say, 10 months.
Oh wow.
Yes, yes. With the new plans, it takes so long.
That's a long
Yeah, it
time
is.
just for one store.
Yeah,
And I wonder what it's like when you open your first location and it takes that much time or longer and
the,
you're
the
still waiting.
yeah. For me, for first location, it was better. It wasn't that hard for the first location, but the second location where I had difficulty.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So what was that term mufawwal? What is that?
the mufawar.
Yeah, what is
Mufawar
it?
is a medium roast coffee.
Ah.
Yeah, we serve it with cream, milk,
Mm-hmm.
Um, it tastes really good. It comes like very when the milk it has very unique taste.
So is that your top three selling coffees right now,
The
or?
top selling coffee is the Mazajj sweet latte.
Uh huh.
The Mazajj sweet latte. Now I'm coming up with a new drink, which is gonna be a mix between the Mazajj sweet latte and the Mazajj latte. It's very popular. It's gonna be very good.
What is the Mazaz sweet latte?
The Mazajj sweet latte is I add to it the homemade syrup that I make.
The home what?
Homemade syrup,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
special syrup I add to it. It makes it very unique,
Yeah.
and people love it. And then I have the Mazajj latte. Mazajj latte, I add to it spices, a little bit, just a little bit of spices, and people like it. And some people they come in, they go like, I like the Mazajj sweet latte, and I like the Mazajj latte. But I have to pick one. I'll go like, hey, I'll make both of them in one drink. They try it, and it's really good. They love it. So now I have to add it as a new item.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
So your top seller is the Mazaz sweet latte, right?
yeah.
What's your second big
I
seller?
would say the Mazai sweet latte and Mazai latte, they're both at the same level.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the Mufawar,
Yeah.
is very popular,
Yeah.
and the pistachio latte.
Oh, so it's like coffee, but with seasoned with flavored with the pistachios.
Yes, I
Interesting.
add to it pistachio syrup or
Mhm.
sauce. I'd say sauce.
What about your other drinks? What are your top three drinks for people who don't drink coffee? Like, what are your top sellers?
I have kishir. Kishir is the coffee shells.
Mhm.
In Yemen, we don't throw the shells of the coffee,
Ah.
and it's very healthy.
Mhm.
It's very healthy, and we add to it some spices, ginger, um, cinnamon, cardamom, and it's really a really unique taste, and it's very healthy for the guts. I drink it every single day, at least one.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very healthy.
Yeah, and what's your another bestseller for your non-coffee drinks?
Non-coffee. I have the refreshers and smoothies. So
Mhm.
from the refreshers, I have the dragon fruit,
Oh wow.
mango dragon fruit. A lot of people like it.
Mhm.
And from the smoothies, I have the mango smoothie. A lot of people love it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So why do you sell smoothies in a Yemeni coffee shop? I know some because a lot of the other Yemeni coffee shops they don't have smoothies. It's just coffee, tea, hot chocolate.
I get all kind of customers.
Mm.
So I have white, black, Hispanic, all ethnicities that comes to my all kind of backgrounds comes to the coffee shop,
Hmm.
and I have to add some items that they always ask about.
Mm.
So I used to get a lot of customer asking about like the smoothies. So I
Interesting.
had to add it.
And what about your pastries? What are your top three? I know the honeycomb is the best seller, right?
Honeycomb's the best of it.
What are the other two top selling?
Um, the spinach farro,
Uh-huh.
and the spinach and the za'atar bread. That
Mhm.
is good.
So, one question I always ask owners before we finish is, agas, right?
I do.
Yeah, and every single owner I've met, or nearly every single owner, has talked about how amazing agas is. Like, when I go to agas, I see a lot of restaurant owners coming in and dining in. So, my question to you is, what are your top three restaurants not named agas?
Okay. I would say Saffron.
Mm-hmm.
Saffron. They have a location in Hillcraft and one in Katy.
Mm-hmm.
Also, um, Kebab Corner.
Mm-hmm.
Kebab Corner. They're good. They're really good.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a Turkish restaurant. It names. I've been to that restaurant only 2 times. It's in Highway 6, I believe.
Eintop.
Eintop. Eintop is really good. I've been 2 times, and both times it was really, really good.
What's your favorite thing at Saffron Kebab House?
Saffron, they have the lamb chops. The lamb chops, it's really good. It tastes really good. It's a
Mhm.
very unique taste.
And what about at Kebab Corner?
Kebab corner, they have the mix. They bring mixed plate,
Yeah.
but they bring it to you, and it's like it's very hot, and like it's smoking, and it's the show is amazing, and the taste is even
The
better.
sizzler, right?
I think so. Yeah, I don't know what's the exact name.
Yeah, the one that comes out and it's sizzling. That's a sizzling platter.
Yes.
So they do like for their mixed grill, they do bring it out on a sizzling platter and they give you like a naan with it as well. That stuff is good, and they actually make it over like charcoal.
Yes. Yeah.
So, and charcoal does make a difference in the
I
taste.
think so. Yeah, yeah, I agree with you because it was tastes really good. Always, I go there like a lot of time.
And what about Iron Top?
Eintop, they have the mix, same thing. The mix plate that
Mm-hmm.
has but they have the ground beef.
Ah,
The ground beef, I don't know what they mix it with, but it's very very good. It tastes very delicious.
and another thing I want to ask: since you're Yemeni, what is your favorite Yemeni restaurant?
Here in Houston,
Yes,
oh, they're all
like
good.
which one would you say that if somebody from Yemen is visiting you, which one would you take him to and why?
Man, I know all the owners, so you put me in a very they're all good. Kapsa is really good, and the what's it called? Kapsa is really good, and Shiba is really good.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like Sheba
there's a
too.
new one. It was retail they call it, and it's really good. I tried all of them.
You tried Hadramaut?
I did try Hadramaut.
Hmm.
Hadramaut is really good too. They're all good. They're all good.
So, would you prefer Mandi or Hanith as a Yemeni?
I like honey, as you.
Why is that?
um, it's the spices we put in the honey.
Mm,
It's just really good. I like it.
very interesting. And there's a question I forgot to ask earlier. Do you have like any customer stories you would like to share? Like crazy customer stories?
Hmm. You're talking about like crazy like right. I have a very good stories where like customer were just I had this customer. He came and I knew he's a coffee drinker.
Mm,
So he came. I've just felt it. He ordered espresso. I was I was taking his order, and I was like, "This is your first time." I try to guide the new customers. He was from Colombia,
mm,
and he was like, yeah, "Just give me espresso."
mm.
I gave him the espresso. He took it, and he came back to me. He's like, "Hey, where do you get this coffee from?" And then I was telling him about Yemen, how the coffee started in Yemen, and he was like, "We have in Colombia, we have very good quality coffee, but this is that never like tastes like this." And he became a very regular customer. He brought the whole family, his family. Now, most of the time, I go to the shop, especially in the weekend. They come in, and they're kind of like the Arab or like the Middle Eastern like culture they have, where they come in, they really like enjoy the the way we served the tea and the coffee. Now they come in, big group with the family. They sit for hours. You're talking about 6 7 hours.
Wow.
They don't, and every like 2 hours, every hour they order like more, and they just sipping the coffee and eating. I was like, you guys remind me just like the how the Yemeni people like spend the time when they just gather and sipping coffee and eating something like light. Yeah, so that's the only story I would say.
Hey, that's the only interesting story you have from.
There, that's I would say that that one of them, that one of the best stories like I had. You feel like very grateful when you see your customers they're coming to your shop again, and they bring their families, and they're so happy introducing your your shop to new people, new family members, and then you see the all of them next time they come in and they have more people. It's just very good thing that I experienced.
I remember once there was a class, like an Islamic class at Mazajj. I
Yes.
remember that very well. And I think that really helped you guys because a lot of the people from that masjid, they love your coffee. They go regularly now.
Yeah, they reached out to me and they said they wanted it to have it there. I was like, I'm more than happy to have you guys at my shop. They came in and I was a plus. I was really happy to have to see them at my shop. Those people from the masjid, they were the first supporter. They came the second day. They knew about the shop. I went there and gave them tea for free, and then since then, any event, anything they have at the Al Mustafa Mosque, they come to me and then they tell me I have a very good relationship and I really have so much respect for those people.
Subhanallah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, and I will say, my parents are a big fan of your coffee and tea.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And
Thank
this
you.
is coming from someone who's from India, and we have like a big tea and coffee drinking culture there as well.
Yes, yes. I figured that from you guys, and I have a lot of people from India, very good people. They come into to my shop all the time. They're very regular. Yeah.
All right, Heather. I have nothing else to say, so thank you so much for
Thank you so
coming.
much. It was a pleasure meeting you.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening into this episode of Halal Menu, Please. Catch you later. Assalamu alaikum.